But what exactly does that really mean? So for example, let's say that you are a retail company. You want to know, ideally, everything there is to know about me as a shopper. Anything from my buying habits to when I was last shopping at your store or on your website. What are those products that I've been keeping an eye on, but I haven't purchased yet, so that you can start targeting those specific advertisements to me? And you want to be able to see all of that information when you pull up my profile in your CRM. And that is exactly what Salesforce is going to do for you. It's going to give everyone a shared view and provide the tools to help you connect and grow relationships with your customers. The second is that it's easy to use, scalable, and customizable. Salesforce has so many different functionalities and helps everyone from marketing and sales all the way to your technology teams to collaborate more effectively. At the end of the day, we all know that CRM is an investment, so it's extremely important that it meets your business needs now, but also 5 years from now. And it's also important that it meets your business's own specific needs. So something to keep in mind, Salesforce is not a one-size-fits-all solution. We can customize your Salesforce to fit the unique needs of your business and your customers. Let's talk a little bit about the App Exchange ecosystem. So the App Exchange is going to give you access to thousands and thousands of applications, which are essentially an extension of your Salesforce to help you solve different business challenges. Luckily, many of them are free, so you can solve a lot of those business problems at zero cost. But let's drag this over here and take a look. This is what the App Exchange looks like. So again, these are going to be fast and easy solutions that extend your Salesforce. So you can go through the top categories here and filter those based on your specific role or department that you work in. You can also go up here to product collections. So these are going to be all the applications that are going to be specifically for the cloud that you choose to go with for your Salesforce. So lots of great information here for each of these individual clouds. And you can also take a look at industry collections. So let's, for example, take a look at manufacturing. These are going to be all of the applications specifically for the manufacturing industry. So you can see all of these here. You can take a look at the most popular. If you hover over each of these, you'll get a nice overview of the features of the application, a nice brief description, when it was released, but also something I think is nice to see are the ratings of the applications. You can take a look at all of the different people that have already implemented this onto their Salesforce and just see how it's working and how they liked the application. But again, this is going to be a lot. There's tons of great information and applications in the App Exchange ecosystem that will help you meet your different business goals. So next up are integrations with various platforms. Not only do you have access to all of those applications within the App Exchange, but Salesforce is also going to integrate with all the everyday applications that you're already using. These could be things like DocuSign or Constant Contact, Slack, Outlook. It's going to sync all of that information that you're already putting into those applications and again, put it under that one single view. And lastly, reporting. I think we've all been in a situation where we're pulling multiple reports from different systems just to see one thing that we're looking for. So that can be extremely manual and time consuming for anyone, but Salesforce is going to help eliminate the time it takes to run those reports. It will provide you with pre-built templates and auto-populated data, making it super simple to gather all of that information that you're looking for. So with that, let's talk a little bit about QuickStarts, why we're here today. The biggest takeaway here is that this is not a big undertaking. You can kind of think about this as building your foundation. So we're going to start small with the essentials of a Salesforce QuickStart, and then build upon that foundation down the road with different products and features as you learn the system and just really figure out what's going to help you solve your business challenges. So a QuickStart is going to be ideal for small to medium-sized businesses, as well as individual departments within an organization. So what exactly is a QuickStart implementation? It's focused on 3 different factors. The first one being key planning and decision-making, things like who needs to be involved and identifying those business goals and processes so that we can help to put that framework together for you and really set you up for success from the beginning of the project. The second being standard and custom configurations. Salesforce does a great job of providing you with standard configurations right out of the box, which may be exactly what you need. But if it's not, we can go in and customize some of those different solutions. So a great example of a custom configuration would be a dashboard. So for example, let's say that you are a real estate company and you have your large database of clients that you're keeping track of in your sales funnel. So you've got your dashboard. Maybe that shows you your leads and your buyers and your sellers, but you might want to also see things like your property listings and your brokers and your agents. So we can go in and create those custom modules so that you have a comprehensive view of all of those components in that single dashboard. Another good example of a custom configuration would be a third-party integration. So depending on what exactly your business needs are, whether that's a call center solution or a voice over IP solution, we can go in and pull in those third-party partners to help solve those different challenges. And lastly, the essential training. I think when we all sat down to watch the Super Bowl a couple weeks ago, we can assume that the Rams and the Bengals did not show up to play in the Super Bowl without learning and practicing their plays, right? So the same concept applies here. Training is going to be key in any kind of Salesforce implementation. Simply implementing the platform is not going to solve your problems. So we're going to take the time to train your employees to really ensure that you all know how to effectively use every component of your CRM. What are some of the vital benefits of a QuickStart? The first one being a quick implementation. This can be ready to use as early as 2 weeks so that you really start receiving a return on your investment as quickly as possible. We're also going to provide you with clearly defined scope and deliverables. So you're going to know exactly what's happening, how it's happening, and when it's happening throughout every step of this implementation. Guidance and best practices will really help you understand how to best leverage your Salesforce to support your business processes and avoid those costly mistakes down the road. Next is reporting and analytics will help to establish those key performance indicators within Salesforce. So we'll set those analytics up to measure success and really keep you on track. And lastly, that customized training component, we like to say we take the train the trainer approach. So we'll provide hands-on workshop trainings based on both your specific QuickStart implementation, as well as who's involved to really help encourage that user adoption. So what are some of the things that you should have on your QuickStart checklist as you're thinking through these things? The first one being planning. That's always the first step. Really identifying what are those processes, the workflows, and the critical indicators that measure how you meet your business goals. The next step is identifying your project team. Really sit down and think about who needs to be involved, whether that's a project manager or a subject matter expert or a super user. Take the time to do that and assign those responsibilities so that everyone knows what their role is going into the project. Once you have those key members of your project team together, you can start to put together a roadmap. And this is essentially a framework or a step-by-step guide for your project that's going to encompass your strategy and what your expectations are. Everyone's favorite part is the data cleanup. I cannot stress this enough. Definitely make this a priority. Really take the time to thoroughly review and clean your data. Things like verifying your emails, your addresses, anything really to do with your contacts. Do all of that before uploading it into Salesforce. So we can start you off with a fresh, clean database, and you're not having to retroactively go back and do this. Next up are customizations. These will be things that you kind of realize down the road as you get familiar with your Salesforce, but start to work with your internal teams on the front end to better understand, their processes and their needs, so you can maybe start to identify some of those things that you're going to want customized within your Salesforce. And the last two go hand in hand, user adoption and training. Really commit to ease and simplicity at the start of this project and think like an end user. Again, the training is going to be a key component to any implementation. So we will take the time to make sure everyone is properly trained. And we'll talk about a couple resources at the end of the presentation to kind of help with that training component as well. So these are the QuickStart Clouds that we at Alternative Solutions specialize in. The Sales and Service Cloud, these are really going to be the bread and butter of Salesforce. So we'll dive a little bit deeper into those here in just a second. But at a high level overview, Sales Cloud is really designed to drive business growth. And Service Cloud is just like it sounds like, it's all about customer service and support. The Financial Services Cloud, this is going to help you specifically drive stronger client relationships and really deliver that personalized service specifically for those that are in the banking industry or insurance, wealth management, and the mortgage and lending space. Next up is Pardot. Pardot is a B2B marketing automation tool, and it is really designed to create those meaningful connections, generate more pipeline, and at the end of the day, close more deals. So it's going to bridge the gap between your marketing and your sales teams and really accurately measure the performance of your marketing campaigns. And lastly, Marketing Cloud. Marketing Cloud is going to empower you to run effective and personalized campaigns and really create a seamless experience across every customer touch point. So you can kind of think back to that retail example I gave earlier in the presentation, but Marketing Cloud is going to build that comprehensive view of each customer, and then it's going to integrate every touch point and experience across all the teams that are involved, like advertising, commerce, and sales. So Sales Cloud, everything that you need to sell faster and smarter. Sales Cloud is really, again, designed to drive business growth by empowering your sales representatives. I think we all understand that it's so important that we build deep and meaningful connections with our customers, and that's exactly where Sales Cloud comes into play. So some of the key features of Sales Cloud, you're going to have your contact and opportunity management, again, really delivering tailored sales experiences and then being able to track all of the sales opportunities in your pipeline. You'll also have great access to sales forecasting. You'll know exactly where your revenue stands and at the end of the day, help drive more impact. And lastly, process automation, really streamlining and automating all of those daily sales tasks for your sales representatives to keep everyone on track. So what's included in a Sales Cloud QuickStart? Let's take a look at these components. So we'll go in and configure all of your leads, your accounts, your contacts, and your opportunities. We'll also set you up with a lead qualification and an opportunity sales process. We'll identify along with you if there are any custom fields that we need to implement. We'll help you set up some email communication templates so that you're able to send out all of those emails to your prospects. We'll also have access to your custom reports and 2 dashboards, and then again, ending with that training piece to encourage user adoption. So this is a great example of a Sales Cloud QuickStart, just to kind of help get you thinking about what you might want to include as you're in the planning process. So this specific example is based on 25 essential employees, and the core objectives and vision of this implementation were to improve and create these 8 critical functions. So everything from managing your sales efforts to tracking the sales pipeline, your deals, and your forecasting, managing all of those service requests that might be coming in, all of the reporting and analytics that we've talked about. These are all, everything that we've previously discussed, but really kind of specifically of what each of these components entail. So Service Cloud, making every customer service experience effortless. Again, Service Cloud is all about the customer service and support. So some of the key highlights here of a Service Cloud, it's going to increase your customer retention, support those customer interactions, and really increase your service agent efficiency. You'll be able to prioritize your cases based on scope of work, seamlessly share all of that service and support information across all of the different departments, and again, automating those business processes to make sure you're not forgetting anything and keeping you on track. So what's included in your Service Cloud QuickStart? Very similar to Sales Cloud. You're gonna we'll have access, or we'll help configure all of your accounts, your contacts, and your cases, setting you up with a support process and a support queue. And again, customizing any fields that you might need, those email communication templates along with the analytics and the training session. So a couple additional resources that I would definitely recommend checking out. We have several blogs and case studies on our website. These might not be things that you'll necessarily tackle with a QuickStart, but it will give you an idea on future implementations and kind of what you can do down the road and give you some insight into past projects. So let's take a look over here. Again, you can check out our blog. We've got some reporting tips and tricks. You can take more look into call center or community cloud. But we've also got some, if you go to the resources tab up here and click downloads, we've got some great white papers that you can access. The Salesforce beginners checklist. This will be similar to what we discussed today, but give you kind of a nice brief high-level overview of everything you should have as you're gearing up for a quick start. We also have a Salesforce integration guide as well as 7 CRM essentials guides. So this is all great information for you to take a look at, again, as you're getting ready for that quick start. If we jump over here to Trailhead, I would definitely recommend creating an account. This is through Salesforce and it's free to do, but it's going to give you some room to play around, create a couple sandboxes, really get familiar with the terminology and the system. They do a great job of breaking these down into small learning sessions. So you can take a look. Let's say I'm a beginner and I want to learn more about Financial Services Cloud. So you can see all the different trails and how long it will take you to do each one. But again, it breaks it down 10 minutes, very digestible, and it'll just get you familiar with the system and really how it's working. All right, well, that concludes our presentation today. It was a quick presentation for a quick start. Here is my contact information. I would love to set up a time to chat further and really learn more about your business needs. So please reach out to me. For those who contact us by the end of day on Friday, you will receive the first 10 hours of consulting on us. So be sure to take us up on that. You can reach out to me directly to take advantage of that opportunity. And we also have a quick start guide or form you can fill out on our website. So either one is fine with us. But let's take a minute to see if anyone has any questions. All right, well, we'll be sending out a very short survey after this. I always love to hear your feedback, so please provide that. And if you want lunch on us, be sure to take that survey. But if you think of any questions after this or just want to chat, feel free to reach out to me. I'm available and I look forward to connecting with you hopefully soon. So thanks everyone. Happy Wednesday, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.